Hey heroes, welcome in. We are your hosts for hire. I am Kyle Cage. This is Lucas Rand. First off, we want to try and get to that 10,000, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe on
Please.
YouTube at Hosts4Hire podcast with the number 4. All right, with that out of the way, there have been some big announcements in the last 24 hours regarding the MCU and the Doomsday casting. So we just wanted to get into it real quick, make a short little video for you guys with just some of our thoughts on it and what we hope to see, what we hoped to see that we're probably not going
Not going
to.
to. Yeah.
We also have some spilled milk to get into this week that Lucas is hot about. So, so make sure to
I can wait, honestly.
make sure to stick around to the end because we're gonna do it after we do the main topic. So stick around for Lucas's hot take today.
I'm like right here with it.
he's ready to go. He's in a fighting mood.
Because everyone has been talking about this, right?
Yeah.
So like we didn't necessarily even like think that it was maybe that big of a deal, but like everyone seems to be talking about it and making a real huge deal of it, so we're gonna do the same.
Yeah, might as well join on the bandwagon. We're gonna hop right on.
It's a big deal.
Well, first off,
There
I
actually are some
actually
big deals.
there actually are like the Fox
Yeah.
X-Men, kind of a big deal. Didn't expect to see all of them. Kelsey
What
Grammer
the hell?
as him as Hank again.
Like we got so who do we all have coming back? We have Beast, we have Professor X, Magneto, Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler.
You're gonna do not invoke the name Nightcrawler unless you're gonna do it justice. All right. Cyclops, James Marsden.
Yep, we got the original
From
Mystique.
Rising again. Exciting.
Yeah,
Not exciting. Channing Tatum. I'm gonna say it. I don't care how you guys feel about it.
I really
It feels
love
like fan service. I loved him in
Exactly.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I didn't want any inkling of that character to remain after the movie. The fact that it is just feels like fan service. It just feels like
and it also in my mind
shitty fan
cheapens
service.
cheapens his cameo in Deadpool.
In Deadpool. Agreed.
It was supposed to be that like that was the land of lost projects.
Here's
and
where I'm
lost
gonna go.
things.
They're
So
gonna
like,
have to have two separate explanations. Because one, where's the Fox X-Men coming from? Right? Like, how are they gonna get to this movie, and why are they there? Two, Channing Tatum's Gambit was not a part of that. So
No.
why him specifically is getting added to the X-Men casting without anybody else getting added? Why him specifically? I'm gonna want a reasoning for that other than it's Channing Tatum and it was fun and people liked it and we want money and
yeah, I'm also curious as to why certain X-Men aren't in it, like why Rogue's not in it.
yeah, why is Jean not in it?
Yeah, why
Why is Iceman not in it?
Yeah, did like maybe like they didn't
They fixed the continuity, so like Jean is alive.
I'm thinking I'm thinking like contract issues or like I don't know.
Wolverine isn't in it. Deadpool isn't going to be in it, but like Channing Tatum's Gambit is. I'm hoping that this isn't the complete list.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm really hoping because there's a lot of characters missing from here.
Yeah, like Spider-Man is a big one that should be there in my opinion. The Guardians,
Doctor Strange, the Guardians
are smaller. Doctor Strange can kind of be explained away with him being in the dark dimension with
True,
Clea.
but like this is a big deal.
Yeah,
you know, like why is he not involved?
Yeah, see, and that could go along with like Loki is in it, so maybe it's that God of Stories Loki, and he's the one pulling everyone together, and he has a specific.
Another character that I just thought about is America Chavez. She can travel the multiverse. Yeah. Why is she not in this movie if it's seemingly going to be a very multiverse centric movie?
Yeah. Again, the only thing I can think of,
lots of questions about.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that Loki is like bringing specific groups together for a specific reason.
Right, because we have the Fantastic Four, we have like the new Avengers, the Thunderbolts, and then
X-Men, Fox's X-Men.
Right, and then Fox's X-Men. So there's like 4 like teams
and some like side characters.
Yep, like Black Panther, Namor, M'Baku, Gambit.
Gambit.
Like the rando Gambit. Like that doesn't belong anywhere with any team. Is gonna bother me, bro. If
you had pointed out right away though that like which I think I didn't even think about and got me kind of excited for it was it'll probably be the first time we see Thor and Loki interact in
since the thing. But that brings me to another question, right? where in the timeline with Thor is this? Is this going to be right after Love and Thunder, or is there going to be Thor 4 before this? Are they like, because like right now the character of Thor to me as a fan is in
Thor
shambles.
5? Thor 5, you mean?
Right. Thor 5.
Yeah. Thor
Because like
4, we
after
don't
Thor
like to talk about.
Thunder, the character of Thor is in shambles, right?
Yeah.
Like he's just been decimated as a character to me. So like, is this movie
And
going
that
to be the
was
next time we see him, or is
and that
Thor
was
5
the
going to
last
come out first?
and that
And
was
then
the
this?
last time we saw him, you
Right.
know? Like,
So lots of questions are going to need to be answered in this movie, which like feels like, I gotta say it, man. Just like before it comes out, just like my objective truth, how I feel. A big sandwich, man.
yeah.
Big sandwich that I don't know that they can take this bite out of.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get their mouth around the whole
Feels like a
thing, you
lot of
know?
fan service. Like that's the trend right now, right? Giving
Instead
fan
of
service,
it
things from
feels
the
like
past coming back,
well,
right?
it
That's
feels
all
like
like the trend right now,
Gambit wasn't supposed to be in it, and now he is. So
right?
I'm gonna take a guess here, and we'll see if it comes true. But I'm gonna make a prediction that his character is gonna feel forced into the movie,
Yeah. Well,
where
like
it's
not
gonna
just
be
that, but
obviously,
like
and it's gonna feel
fan
forced.
service is also all the other X-Men. Patrick Stewart,
Yeah,
Ian McKellen, all of those characters are also just fan service. Like they're doing the trend, which is bringing characters from the past back to the future. I thought that Deadpool and Wolverine was kind of the end of that. They made fun of that whole trope
hmm
endlessly within that movie. Kind of like I thought being like, okay, like we're done with that. Like, yeah, that was a trend. Like we hopped on it. Like,
we had
we're
some
hopping
fun with
off.
this movie, and we're
You
gonna
know,
make fun of it with this movie, and now we're
and
done.
now it
Yeah,
seems like that, like all of that is just mutt, and like this just seems again like, is this movie gonna just be fan service? Now I'm nervous. Is RDJ just gonna be fan service, and he's not gonna be a very good Doom? Is this just gonna be like a silly like trend fan service movie? Because like
I sincerely hope
I
that
won't be the fan serviced by a movie
no,
like that. You
no.
know what I mean?
Well, the thing about Doom is he needs the gravitas. If the character is it needs to be taken seriously,
Yeah,
and
I'm
like
sure
that
they
that's
are. I
very
just mean like,
important.
like
Yeah,
I don't want fan service to be at the forefront of the writing, right?
no,
Like they're forcing these characters in and then writing a story around them rather than
yeah,
like writing a story and these characters are necessary.
yeah. Like I don't
You
want
know?
I don't want the characters to just be like a lot of them be throwaway characters or just
Agreed.
there because they're
Agreed.
there. Like
Like
Mystique, I'm
we
very
don't care
curious to know
about the number
Mystique's.
of named characters. They're like Doomsday is gonna have 60 named characters. If it's not good, who cares?
Yeah,
There's all these names. Oh,
if
don't do it, Kyle. Don't do it to me because I'm gonna start on my spilled milk.
if
Because
those
they're just gonna put named characters in to not make the character, and it's just the name of the character. I'm gonna lose my mind.
which is exactly what I was trying to do. Thanks for catching the segue and saying it out loud. So Lucas has spilled milk today as regards Daredevil
First off,
Born
spoiler
Again.
warning, right? If you guys
Yeah,
haven't seen episode 6 of Daredevil, spoiler warning to you,
yeah.
right?
Don't go any further. That
Man,
being said,
I'm about to rant. I'm
going
about to go.
along just to preface it, it goes along with what we were saying about using named characters and then not giving
Not
care
using the
to
character.
their
Muse. You
yeah.
guys. Muse. What? I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm going to curse. What the fuck? Man, where was his imperceptibility in this episode? Why could Daredevil just see him? Where was his power set?
He had no superpowers, not a one.
They better not have just retconned that. Like, why use the character Muse? It's his whole thing. It's the whole reason he's a Daredevil villain and not a villain to anyone else, because he's only really works against Daredevil because it messes with his senses. He's a serial killer because he cannot be perceived. It's the reasoning for his character. It's the reasoning for all of it. Dude, I was so disappointed in this episode.
He's psychopathic because he can't form strong connections because he can't be perceived.
Like,
It's
bruh,
literally woven into his backstory. It's important to the character.
I told Kyle after watching the episode, because I just watched it like 30 minutes ago. I was like, dude, we have to get on and record right now. Like, I am so disappointed. I'm disappointed to the level that before we started recording, I told Kyle that this is the worst TV show that Marvel has put up to date. He corrected me with She-Hulk, and I will agree with that. I will agree with that. But right now, as this stands, if they don't fix this, if there's not like a reason that he wasn't imperceptible to Matt, and that's still coming in the future, this is the worst Marvel TV show. It has been 6 episodes of Matt Murdock, no Daredevil, no nothing. They gave us Daredevil in this episode so incredibly anticlimactically, and he's just fighting a street level thug, not even another named character. To say that he was fighting Muse, the character in that, is to say that the Serpent Society was in Brave New World.
Which they absolutely
In
were not.
name only, bro. He was fighting a low level street thug. Muse didn't hit him with any super strength abilities, with no imperceptibility abilities, with no enhanced speed abilities. He was fighting him with a knife like some common street thug who was like purse snatching.
Yep.
We essentially saw Daredevil fight a purse snatcher.
One of my biggest issues with it as well, not just him not having superpowers, but the fact that it was 6 episodes of building up this big thing for him to just be a plot device to get Matt to put the suit back on, which we didn't get to see. And my other issue is that the CGI of him like going across
swinging was pretty bad, man.
It was not good.
It's pretty bad, man.
The slow-mo, it was not good.
Another thing that I like low key am like a little annoyed at with this whole Daredevil show is that in other shows that Daredevil has been in, his fighting style is so much different than it is in his own show. In those shows, he's untouchable. He's fighting She-Hulk, and she can't land a hit on him. He's fighting Echo like she's effortless. He's fighting, like, in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man TV show where we get to see him, he has his arms down. Peter never hits him once other than with the web. In his own show, it feels much more like Netflix, where he just gets beaten, gets back up, like, punch. Like, even there, Muse was hitting him. Muse shouldn't have landed a touch on him. There was nothing about the character of Muse that should have allowed him to touch Matt. Because he was nothing. He was a low-level street thug, not the character Muse. So he shouldn't have landed a hit on Daredevil.
It seems like what they did is they had him regress a whole shitload in the 1 year that he wasn't being Daredevil, which is just not how it works. Like, Batman Beyond shows that with an old man Bruce Wayne who hasn't been Batman in 15 to 25 years or whatever.
I just can't even like push like how much disappointment I felt watching that.
Let us know, guys, how you guys felt about Daredevil episode 6, what you want to see in 7, 8, and 9. Personally, I want to see. I don't want him to take off the suit for the rest of the series.
To me, man, I can't even lie unless there's some amazing stuff that comes of this. If they don't fix this Muse thing, where he doesn't have his imperceptibility, if they don't fix it in the next episode or like within this season, this whole season's a wash to me. I hate this whole season. I'm not even joking. I can't get past it. I can't get past it. The first 5 episodes, we just were begging to see a 5-second scene of Daredevil, and we didn't get to get it. And then when we get it, this is what they do.
Yeah.
We get to see him fighting a nobody.
What I'll say for me personally is if the last 3 episodes there aren't just back to back bangers, this won't be. This is the way I'll put it. It won't be a good superhero show. It won't be a good Daredevil show. It'll be an all right legal drama. Like that's because that's what it feels like. The first 5 episodes, 4 episodes especially, just feel like a legal drama. Just feel like a situational drama in like watching a couple go to therapy and watching a large man eat tiny foods.
I thought that Kingpin was going to be the overarching villain of this story, and Muse was going to be the personal villain of this story. Muse is nothing.
No.
Muse wasn't even Muse. I'm not acknowledging him as a character.
Barely a plot device.
Like not even acknowledging him as anything until they fixed it. Like that was not. This show has no villain because Kingpin technically isn't it yet either, and this show has had nothing. It's had no anything. The villain has been Matt. The villain has been Daredevil technically. Matt versus Daredevil. That's what the villain of the show has been.
It's been like, entirely internal conflict, and which can be good, but this one just doesn't feel
up until this point. The show was still good to me, and I was like still waiting for the other shoe to drop and for the whole totality of the season to be good. Right now, the whole totality of the season has been ruined. If they don't fix it, ruined. The previous 5 episodes ruined to me, bro. You guys, please tell me if you agree. If you disagree, I'd like to hash this out with you. But like, I cannot be dishonest that this show has. I would rather watch every other Marvel show other than She-Hulk over again than watch these 6 episodes over again. If this was a 6-episode show, I would rather watch every other show.
Here's my thing with it. It doesn't feel like there's a reason to. because there was not much going on. And there
There's-
was so much buildup, and we didn't get a payoff.
You know what it
still
feels
have
like,
yet
bro?
to.
It feels like we literally physically we just can't get a good DC and Marvel simultaneously. We can't. We can't have it as fans.
Right now,
We can't have it
DC's
as
starting
fans.
to
So
pick up.
DC is starting to rise, and Marvel has to crash. You know, when Marvel was at its peak, Kyle, what was DC?
Trash.
Animation only.
Oh yeah.
Animation banger after banger after banger. Live action garbo. What's Marvel right now? What's the last few pieces of great
Animation's
media
been great.
to come out of Marvel? Animation, bro. X-Men 97, Friend of Neighborhood Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Live action garbo, dude. We're just doing the switch, man, because we can't as fans, we can't have both. We just can't have both.
Hopefully, though, with the DCU,
there's only one set of good writers, and either DC has them or Marvel has them, and there's no way around it, I guess.
Well, hopefully, hopefully Marvel can get their live action shit together, because if they can keep their animation doing well, so far the DCU combining the animation and the live action, that I've enjoyed the beginnings of the DCU, both animated and live action, because they're smart and they brought them into one, just like Marvel's now.
I finally got the exhale out. I feel exhaled.
You look like you needed it.
I've been holding it because I was like, Kyle, we have to record, and then we had to set up, and then we had to talk about everything we were gonna do, and then we had to record, and now I finally got to exhale it all out, bro. I was so mad. I was so mad, bro. Yes, this was like a therapy session.
Well, I'm glad that me and the good people here on YouTube can help you out with your mental health.
It's the shit that's so ridiculous too. Is this shit affects me, bro?
Yeah, truly.
It affects me, dude. It's so disappointing to me to see stuff like that, to see a carelessness treated with these characters. Like, Muse is not a favorite character of mine. I didn't even really know a lot about him before this whole season started. You know, I had to do some research. But dude, like, that doesn't mean you can just decimate what his character is. That's like to me, dude, if you just took Spider-Man, gave him web shooters, he doesn't have the spider sense. He doesn't have superpowers. He doesn't have spider reflex. He doesn't have speed. He doesn't have anything. He has web shooters and sticky fingers. That's Spider-Man, right?
Like, just because it's a small side character that a lot of people don't know about doesn't mean that you can just completely disregard their
I feel like making Daredevil not blind. He's just really, really good at martial arts. And there you go. That's Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
He can just be a serial killer, and that's it. He doesn't have to have every other piece of his character be important to the reason and to him being a villain in general.
Like, yeah,
throw it out there. Fuck it. Screw society. Throw it out there. Put some names out there. We need the IP. We're running out, apparently.
That's the big thing for me, is like, you could have used any number of low-level street characters that don't matter.
Don't name him, because what we have right now is not Muse. It's Joe Smith, the serial killer who is just he's just a every other Ted Bundy. That's who we saw Daredevil fight against.
Personally thought that Matt was going to get waxed in that fight. That it was his first night back out.
I was hoping much that he was going to get waxed.
Just get his shit rocked by the superpowered dude who he can't.
I can't even believe that he was able to find. He shouldn't have been able to find him, because he was able to just locate him through finding.
He was able to. He knew where to go. You know, he knew the area to go because of White Tiger's niece told him about the tracks that she was going to investigate.
Right.
And that's why he went there. But
like, then like he could hear the heartbeats. So then like, he could locate. The thing is, he's not supposed to be able to locate the dude.
Yeah.
Like, we should have seen him.
But my point is what I expected was that he was going to get waxed, and then he was going to realize, okay, I can't just don the suit and jump back in after being out of practice. I have to.
My thing here is that there's no problem solving for Daredevil. He doesn't have to work.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at.
There is no I have to overcome the fact that I can't see this guy. Because in the comics, what's really cool is that he has to eventually learn that he has to look for the places that there's nothing. That's how he can see him. He can see him by perceiving the areas that there's no perception. The lack of perception. Like, we didn't even get to see him problem solve that. We didn't get to see him be like, damn, I need to find this girl, and I can't find this guy. I need to do better. I need to expand my power. I need to solve this problem. There's a problem and I need to solve it. There's a villain and I need to stop him. Like, we didn't get any of that. It was just, I need to don the suit. 15 seconds later, he's in Muse's lair. 3 minutes later, Muse is done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get fucked.
Very
man.
Anticlimactic. Definitely too much build up for nothing.
Another reason that gets me going, man, is that's an insult to my intelligence and like what I enjoy out of things as a fan. They think that like us comic book fans, they're like, whatever, dude, just throw a fucking thing in there, a little 1-2 punch. They're gonna love it. No, we're not.
No.
Like, no, we're not. It takes you caring about the characters. It takes you doing something in a good way and all that other stuff on top of it.
Yeah,
like
creativity. We want creativity. We want to see things done in ways we haven't seen them done 1,000 times.
Don't like produce down to us. You know what I mean? Like, don't think that you can lower your production level, your value level, your writing level, and all this shit, and that we're still gonna love your content.
Yeah,
and it's gonna have to be some banger episodes for this whole series to have any validity to me going forward whatsoever.
To me, unless it is banger after banger after banger, it will be at best a mid series.
Yep.
At best, like,
at best it'll be Miss Marvel.
Yeah. No She-Hulk, but definitely not Falcon and
any of the other ones. Nope.
Or even Hawkeye. Like, I don't. Nope. Let us know how you guys feel, where it ranks on your list. We do appreciate you guys stopping by. As always, we have been your hosts for hire, and we will catch you with the next one.
Talk to me. I'm hot. Peace.